I haven't done a video in a while, so I figured I would. For those that don't know, I work for a call center, and I do customer service, chat customer service. Let me get it right. Chat customer service for a cell phone company. Not gonna say the company because I don't need them coming at me. And the last thing I need is for my job to find my Tumblr page because I'm pretty sure I'll get fired. Um, so Friday, was it Friday? It was either Friday or Saturday. I think it was Saturday. Yeah, it was Saturday. All right, Saturday. So it's like one of my last three chats of the day, and I get this customer, and she's like, "I want to upgrade my mom's phone and get an iPad Mini." So I'm like, "All right, cool. I can help you with that." So she can't give me a phone number. None of the phone numbers that she gave me were like actual phone numbers for the company or whatever. So I'm like, "All right." I looked at the previous chat because she got transferred to me. Never verified. So I'm like, something's wrong here. So, ask some more questions or whatever. And I'm like, does anybody in your house have an account with us? She's like, well, my dad did, but he died 3 years ago. And, I gotta show sympathy. So I'm like, oh, I'm sorry to hear that. She's like, yeah. I start crying every time someone mentions it. Now, this is the kicker. Because I automatically assume everybody that I chat with is at least over the age of 17 and actually has cell phone service. So the way she spelled mention, it was like MENCHEN or some shit like that. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking at the shit and I'm like, either this bitch just can't spell or I'm talking to a kid. Like those are the first two things I thought. So I disregard and I'm like, all right, because we all sit there and we're clowning. We clown. I'm sorry, we clown y'all as we're talking to you. Just if you're on the phone with us, someone put you on mute and they're clowning you. I promise you that. But so I'm clowning and I'm talking to a couple of my coworkers and I'm telling them like, look, this little bitch can't spell. I have the sneakiest suspicion that I'm speaking to a kid, and everybody's just laughing like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I'm like, all right, watch. So I wait a few more minutes and I ask her where her mom is, so that way we can try and get the account verified so I can get this done. And she's like, well, she's not home. So I'm like, well, you gotta have someone contact us. So then she starts cursing at me and was like, I want an iPad mini, damn it. And I'm like, hold up, who the fuck are you cursing at? So I sit down and I'm sitting in my chair and I'm like getting hyped because I'm like, yo, I can't verify this account. This bitch is cursing at me for an iPad, but she can't give me a phone number. So something's gotta give. So I finally break down and I ask the question. I'm like, how old are you? She was like, I'm 10. Bitch, what the fuck is you doing in the chat for my company? And you 10 years old, and supposedly your dad died 3 years ago, and you cry all the time. Then I'm like, all right, so you gotta have your mom contact us. And she's like, I'm like, where's your mom? She's like, oh, she's not here. So then I'm like, all right, well, you gotta have when your mom comes home, she has to contact us so that we can get this done. She's like, oh no, she's dead. Look here, all right, I'm completely done with this. I'm not take. I'm done with this chat. I went clean the fuck off in my desk. Like I turned the monitor away so that way I didn't look at the monitor for like 30 seconds, and I just started slamming shit on my desk. And I was just like, you know what? I'm done. I put my coat on. I put my coat on, and I was like, I'm not doing this chat no more. So I just hit her with one of the canned messages and ended the chat. So moral of the story is always ask the age of whoever you're talking to before you start talking to them because you can wind up in a 30-minute chat with a 10-year-old trying to buy an iPad with no account.